Alright, hello. Sorry. Just woke up. This is right before practice on Tuesday, so sorry if I don't think straight, but I still wanted to go over one review because I feel like I had time. So we're currently watching the Cal Classic Game 2 Set 1 against SJSU, Team B. Yeah, so I was talking to some of the players, not just some of the players, I was talking to people I know that are from SJSU and specifically the volleyball team. And then they said that, yeah, so to answer Matthew's question, if they just split the team in half, no, this is Team B and then the other one's Team A, or vice versa. So, I forgot. I just know that there's an actual skill difference, not like, yeah, one's placed in one, so Team B got first in bronze and Team A got, let me check. Team B got second in silver. Alright, I'm gonna just watch the video now. What's it called? So, we should attack the ball when we're passing, or on serve receive. So, look at this. Let's look at his technique right now. He passes it at a high angle, and he gets there pretty late. I also apologize if my camera starts glitching. I don't know why it would. On my side, I didn't see that. But, anyways, so Noah's passing it. He reacts to it really late. Like, he only starts moving until the ball goes over the net. And by the time he's moved, his contact is high. His chest is high. And it's also out of his body, right? Out of body is like, if you're doing it properly, it's no problem, right? Low, chest down, right? It's fine. Oh, why am I doing it like you can see? It's like, you know what I mean. But because he's contacting high and he's also swinging his arm, there's no like control over it. It goes immediately out of system, forcing it to be it's basically just a one pass, right? Because Caleb is front row right now. Off the block. There it is. Yeah, way to reset, Nathan. But it's just hard, right? Because then you weren't out just to go back in. It's just like, no. And you just weren't, you didn't, it's just that at the angle you were approaching and the angle you just hit, there's no way you could have hit more angle, right? If you look at their defense, they have a very, this guy's at the seam from where you're hitting, and he's at the sharp angle, right? So, this could have been a smart play to roll or push it into high hands into middle of the court or campfire. Look at the empty space under defense, really. So, yeah, I mean, tough call, right? No worries. Sean, you're kind of there, but you're not. Alright. Read his arm swing, read where the block is, and position yourself accordingly. You had the right angle, just unfortunate, that's it. But good job on covering. Look at how you're receiving. You can be so much lower. You start moving. You need to have already started moving. And then because of the sudden drop and how sudden the receive was, there's no control. I'll emphasize the control in passing, because when we pass, we should have full control of the ball. So it goes to the far right. It's impossible to set the middle. Pushes out to outside. He has to roll it. Outside's there to cover. He resets quickly. Gets blocked by Riley. Their middle sucks ass. That's like, yeah. To be fair, after watching both teams, yeah, he's their starting middle, but like, to be honest, he's not really like a super threat. He's not the same as their outsides. Yeah, I mean, if not much to say about that, just a missed serve. But yeah, and I don't want you guys just to play safe. I also don't want you guys to play reckless. You know what I mean? There's a fine like I wouldn't say a line. It's a fine zone, right? Yep, goes for angle. Sean, you're there. I think you guys need to have the art of also, like, oh, relaxing a bit, but I'm not gonna say anything. It's all good. That was a good block. That guy just started tipping a lot when he was in a bad position. Like, look at where his approach is. It goes in. He could have definitely swung, but he just tips. The way he tips is that he uses the palm instead of his fingers. He just goes like this, and it gets really fucking annoying because it goes with his arm swing. Because it looks like he drops his shoulder and it looks like he's gonna hit, but because he goes like this, he goes like this rather than this, right? He doesn't lead with his hands. So he hides it very well. It looks like it's all part of a one arm swing, one hit, right? So, but what gives it away is obviously the contact, right? There's still you still can't like in the arm swing. Sorry, I'm burping and shit. You can't give it a. It's not really like you can't hide everything, right? Not everything. You can still read it to a point. So to those off the court, I want you guys to look for his tendencies and also like every time he tips, like what does he do? It's kind of hard to say because like we didn't know he would tip so much, or we didn't know how like his tips were so like effective. So we didn't look for it in advance. But in the future, let's look at like what hitters or just anyone has tendencies for. That'll make our passers and defenders and off. It'll just make our job easier. I think even the ref was noticing it, how he goes like this. I mean, he does contact with his hands a bit or his fingers a bit. He just hides it very well. There it is. If you look, they didn't even think it was a possibility. They were just like, he's out of system, and this guy here, he doesn't even line up with the middle correctly, right? So this is like the type of shit we can utilize more. I think we're good enough that we can do this. Like if we weren't able to do this, we'd be stuck at like high school level or something. But I think we're good enough where we can play the middle even when the setter's off, right? So I think I'm not saying do this all the time, but if it's possible, use it. Unfortunately, if he had set any of the pins, it wouldn't have worked as well because like this middle just does not care. In his mind, it's ingrained that if it's off, the middle won't hit. So he's just set to base position. They play a very disciplined game, and he's just waiting to hit the pin. Except he is not very disciplined because he doesn't follow his middle. So, yeah. They don't designate, right? If the hit middle is on the left side, this guy didn't even go up to block. He just got shit on. That's it. See. It was insane. Not even our own team expected it. So good job, Caleb. The only issue is that sometimes you run stuff and it's like not executed well. But it's a good idea, just not executed well. But good ideas that are not executed well are just remembered as bad. Yeah, that was a super touch. Yeah, Nathan said out. And I'm just like, how do you think it's out? Yeah. I mean, there's not really not much to say here. I think there was a seam kinda-ish, but if he were to hit that seam, he would have just bounced it. And especially at the angle he's hitting at, there's no way he could hit it like here, where you're at. So, like look. And let's look at what the angle he hits it from. He hits it from here, and most he'll definitely, and Declan has, holy shit, Declan, you stuffed this guy. God damn, you get up there. Oh my god, you're literally looking at his fucking armpits. But yeah, Nathan, you need to shift over. You need to at least fill the seam more or back up, right? You have two options. If the block is clean, you have two options. Back up, go for high hands, or fill in for seam. Like, I think you chose to fill in for seam. I think the block was good enough for you to back up. Like, worst case scenario, the block isn't good and they bounce it, right? Because it's easier for you to move forward than it is to move back, right? Like, so I would say start back more if the block is good, right? Because the probability of them going high hands off the hands into the where you are is going to be higher if it's a good block. If it's a bad block, then it's not your fault, right? It's like, oh, it's a bad block. You just hit through the block. Like, yeah, like, sure, I could have worked around it, but like, it was a giant. Yeah, but other than this tiny triangle area right here, then he doesn't really have much of a choice. He also just could have tooled Riley or anything. Riley's reaching. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that our passing is not really that great this set. Way to wait, Noah. Way to stay ready, Riley. I think you noticed it too from the set. You went in and then you stopped and you're like, oh shit, wait, that's getting pushed out hella. And it's also off, right? So way to adjust accordingly. It's a good line shot. Good bounce. Yep, there it is. I think my opinion is with Gavin, our team is more I say this. They're more inclined to do what they've been taught, whereas with Caleb, they always have to stay ready. So it really just depends on what type of team. In terms of spiking. I want to combine both though. I think he got blocked. I think if you know that it's a solo blockers tend to have this tendency where they're like trying to. They either are good, like Declan, where they'll take the most angle, or they're greedy and they'll try to take like what they're missing. If it's a fast push, he'll have a tendency to like be late and then push himself out to line, which he kind of does ish, but not really. He's a bit more like he's closer to line than he is to sharp angle. You know what I mean? So yeah, their defense is just really fucking good. Holy fuck. Yeah, I mean at that point it's just. Yeah, just goes off those hands and it goes on their side. But he could have. This is the one where Jacob said that to stat it as Noah's error because like had he pressed, it would have been a stuffed block. And I agree, had he pressed. But I mean, I don't know. He was also timing late and everything, so I wouldn't. The stats shouldn't lie. You know what I mean? If you got a point, really good read, Sean. Really good play. See. I think Caleb has the level to play at higher tempo. Yeah, that's it. I know. He just forces our hitters to play well, really. They don't have a choice. I think it goes over the block. Or behind. Yeah, just right over the block, which is kind of unfortunate. Again, Nathan, where are you looking at? His contact is here, right? If his contact is here, there's no way he can hit from where your angle is, where you're covering, right? You should be able to see him through that angle you're covering, right? So if you're gonna play for seam, play over here, right? Because you can see him through the angle he's hitting at. But if you're going to not play for seam, then go deep, right? So this is just a part of like making decisions and sticking to your guts, right? I like that you do stick to your guts, but right now your guts are wrong, and we can see that through the video. So, just yeah, keep doing what you're doing, but learn from it. And yeah, that was a good hit. That's it. We're out of position. No worries. But I will add that if there is a seam in the block, it also goes down. If he's blocking angle and he's just blocking more angle, Sean, you don't need to block sharp angle. That's already Noah's job. If you guys are blocking the same or covering the same angle, there's no point to it. So that also could have been your ball, Sean. You could have just stepped back more, right? Because look at where Matthew's blocking, right? I don't think, especially with where he's hitting, I don't think that's a. You and Noah are right next to each other. Like if you wanted to hit sharp angle, especially with how off it was, then it wouldn't have been too hard. It would have been something that Noah was capable of receiving. So yeah, you have to make the call. You either shift back to cover that or shift into the cover the sharp angle. There's no way you can go from here to cover that seam, right? Right. So he's not gonna hit this way. He's gonna definitely be able to hit this way. Look. Yes, he might OT, right? But we're playing with the assumption that our team is physically capable of blocking him and taking away an angle. So, you know. He goes right over the block though. So again, no worries. We just need to position ourselves better. I think Sean, you noticed that ish, but yeah, I think you told him to go in more. I forgot. I don't know. I actually forgot, but I never even heard it. So, Sean, you take more space when you're defending. It makes sense. Yep. They whiff. We should put these down. Like that. Perfect. Good job, Caleb, on pushing him out and giving him this area to hit line with. And good job, Noah, on resetting to approach from the angle so that you can open up your body to hit either angle or line. Yeah. Huge line. It's just... yeah. Great hit. Yeah, let's work on those server season passing, though. I noticed that we, like... I think you noticed, too. If we can, like, our passing just went to shit. Our server season, at least. Our passing, we'll see. Great. Block. Yeah, you guys are just taller than that middle. That guy really has nothing. Nathan, come on. Yeah. Especially on an off ball in particular. Alright. Try to stay centered. Right. Every little thing matters. Try not to cheat, you know. And then try to always be middle back. That's yours. Take it with your hands. Take it with something that's yours. It's not deep, right? Great pass. Matthew's a bit early. Matthew's a bit early or the set's too high, right? Either or. You guys need to just figure that out right now. Matthew's early. No, I think the set was just too high. If he was running on one. Matthew's timing is fine. Sean, stop being lazy with your server saves. Nice try, Noah. Yeah, it feels like you're barely getting to that ball when you hit it. Oh, yeah. Sounds weird. Why are we passing high? What's that contact point for? If it's at that point, just use your hands. Or let Sean take it. He was behind you. I like that you guys cross. That's a good thing, but crossing only applies when you're on the same level-ish, right? Sorry, not only applies, but it's done well when you're on the same level. And only Sean was chest down, contact low, right? Let's keep going. What is this free ball? I think you just missed contact. You only hit it with your right side of your arm. And then Noah gets a free ball because it goes off the net. But yeah, it's like, get excited, but capitalize on that, right? I'm giving it away for free. No, you need to make your serves, like, go towards the seam or something. Right? Because they just go directly towards the players, and they also, like, they have, like, a rainbow. So it's, like, really not that hard to receive. If they have proper training, obviously. And, I mean, we're assuming all players do. Caleb, great offense. Yeah. I feel bad. I think if our passes was better, Gavin could run so many more players. But I'm not gonna say anything. I think Matthew made a read on Riley. Sorry, Matthew made a read and told Riley in the head. Yeah, our middle connections are pretty fucking strong. It's off. Yeah, that guy is really nice on the court, but he turns his brain on when yeah, he just flips a switch when he plays. Yeah, BM's as fuck. When it's competitive, when it's not, he doesn't really care. He's cool though. Kevin's here. Okay. Riley, you already know what happened. You should have just pressed and turned instead of just standing there. So this is when we should have followed through with our swings as a big instead of trying to hit to the right side, because we know their middle is blocking, we know their outside is blocking. So their block won't ever, like, it's rare that their block will block this side if their left back or their opposite blocking. So Skylar, I don't know if you thought it was out, but yeah, I mean, you knew it was your fault. It's all good. No, just always be ready to pass. Caleb, don't reach back if you don't have a good touch on it. That's it. Pretty simple. Skylar, you're a DS. Riley, be more. If it's going towards you, just take it. Okay. Good cover by Skylar, but you shifted the pass to the left side. Back to row one. Declan's back in. That's over 2, Caleb. I need to drink water. Sounds like I have a dick in my mouth. Good read. Alright, Skylar, Caleb, work on that fucking BM, or that call, that cheer, I don't know what it's called. Nice, Nathan. Nice, Caleb! Nice, that was a really good play. Let's break that down. Right? We had a triple block on that, ish, not really, but kinda ish. Right? Hands are always good, right? Goes off the hands. Nathan, you get it high enough for Caleb to get there, Caleb. Holy fuck, I need water. Caleb, way to get there and then, like, move your feet immediately or I forgot the term, but way to just get there really quickly. And way to change the flow, right? Look at this middle. He cheats. He cheats and so does he. He goes, they start cheating and cheating. They go towards the set. They think it's going to set Noah because they're like, oh, it's the easiest. Totally didn't expect the fucking oppo. Changed the flow immediately, right? So kudos to all of you guys. That was a really good play. And it just shows that even the good teams are not the best, right? Sure, they're disciplined on certain parts, but they're not always disciplined. They're just like us in some ways, where when we think it's easy, we relax and we tend to just do less. We're less disciplined when we think it's easy. But yeah. I like philosophy. I'm not like too great at it, but I like it. I like reading about it. And one of the quotes that stands out is probably by Sun Tzu, where he's like, appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak, right? So just an example of appearing weak when you're strong. They think you're fucked. They think it's out of system. They think there's no way they can set the oppo from where Caleb's standing, but you do it anyways. And it's a perfectly placed line shot, right? With that much room, Declan, yeah, go for line. Fuck it. But again, if their block had set up, like, just be adaptable. Don't be a robot. Sorry, don't be a bad robot. Yeah, their oppo sets were just so ass. Riley, always be ready to pass. I don't care. Nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. Don't assume you're always just only gonna hit. I want you to be ready for anything, right? But don't worry, that was a well placed ball by them as well. Yeah, they couldn't serve for his life. How about for the cheer? Caleb swings and then we all say boom. Their oppo is not an oppo. You can tell he's a outside, or at least he's not comfortable hitting from that side. Nice serve. Notice how they were like, we swear it didn't touch. And maybe they were right, but they didn't really care about it right after. They just immediately were like, next point. Let's try to have that mentality too. Like, if we can't argue, I mean, yeah, make your point, but if it's not gonna, if they're not listening, they're not listening. They're not gonna change. Fuck, this is gonna be long as fuck. It's already almost 7. I'm gonna make a burrito after this. So easy. So easy. Greedy ass pass though. And their defense is scattered. Bro, Noah, you're fucking strong as shit. Those toss-ins ain't shit, bro. You don't have to like kill any of the momentum. You can just angle it towards Caleb better. I don't know. I feel like they were slow enough where you could have, had more control over it. Had it been super fast, I would have given you the benefit of the doubt and been like, yeah, that shit's fast as fuck. But this guy is going straight at you, and it's like a rainbow serve too. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah. I don't know. Greedy pass though. Wasn't high enough for Caleb to even flex his hand set. He had to bump set that. And it's hard because his momentum is pushing him towards you, so it's like he can't really, like, he had to adjust a lot if he wanted to be a perfect set. But we keep adjusting. I think that contact sounded like a whiff, but I don't want to say anything. Everyone's contact is different. It just feels like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. Focus on what I did say though. Alright, Declan with the serve. Let's just aim at their. Why are we making our serve so fucking easy, Declan? You're an outside, right? Be an outside. Oh, also, Nathan, this is a perfect example of what I was trying to say earlier. Like, with the angle he's hitting. And I think you read that, too. Yeah, you did read that. Perfect, yeah. But it's just an example. Like, I think you scoot in, too. Yeah, you were almost there. You were almost there. Oh, man, that's so unlucky. But yeah, there's a huge gap in our block, right? And that's an example of, like, what to... It's basically, at this point, it's just a one-on-one-ish. Matthew's covering, like, the sharp angle. That's about it. I don't know. He's like in the X position. X form of blocking. Goes balls out and pits out, everything. Yeah, no. That was just really good on them. But you had a good read though, right? You knew that there's no way he could hit this way. So you shifted in. So that's good. That's actually really good. That's improvement during the game. That's like, and we didn't even tell you anything. That's perfect. Sean, you also tried scooting up too because it was like one block. That's good on both of you guys. Good on both of you guys. Now the only issue is we needed to get it up, right? But we can do that in the future. I'd rather we be in position and shank than not be in position, because shanking is just your form, whereas not being in position is your ability to read. That guy's so loud for no fucking reason. I think Caleb just whiffed on that set. And then Matthew's like, I just got fucking stuffed. I just got beat by a setter. He just stiff armed me. Like, notice how you're passing. You had your ass sticking out. I mean, I think you passed contact fine, but the problem is you were caught moving. And it's just hard for you to pass while moving. Ooh. Oh my god, what a fucking play. What a fucking play. That was a good fucking play. Yeah, to be fair, I have mixed feelings about this play though, because had it been like, had it been like, you know, off the hands and goes deep, you know, we wouldn't have anybody. In terms of coverage, it should be either Sean or, you know, Caleb, right? But I mean, I'm not gonna ignore the fact that it was really good, right? I'll give the benefit of the doubt and say that Noah read them like a book and knew what was happening, and that's why he moved up. And also the fact that he was running a Bic too, kind of made him make the decision of going up, ish. I don't know. I would just say good job. That was a really good play. Also Matthew with the like super nonchalant, like no look tip. Well, that was crazy. But even their middle was almost there. Which is kind of nuts. So easy. Really nice turn, Noah. Stop being so lazy with the passes. Luckily, Caleb fucking tips him. Holy fuck, I thought he was gonna get stuffed. Set, middle. Nice block. Out of system. Nice way to put that through the block. But had he pressed, it would have been over. That's his error, not us. I had a bad premonition of this, because actually likes to lose the first set and then just win all the other sets. I think they take the first set as a trial set, see what works and what doesn't. It's all good, Caleb. You were there, kind of almost just had to bring it towards the court, not away from the court. Okay, these suck ass. High rainbow. Roll. Oh, I feel like if you had your both hands there, you could have gotten up. You know what I mean? Yeah, both hands. I don't know if Sean could have gotten that actually if you didn't contact. I wanna say barely, just barely, if not not at all, right? So that was a good roll by him, but yeah. Where does that go? Right there. What are you doing? Standing still. All right, standing up. I need you guys to be ready to like move at any notice. We're like getting caught standing a lot. I don't know. I think it's a tendency that tall players have. Must be fucking nice. I think when you get caught off guard enough times, you should be able to recognize it and learn that, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be off guard all the time. I mean, there's not much to say about that pass, right? Your platform isn't even facing your setter. There's no way in hell he can even. It's gonna go that in like a million years unless you push it towards him. But even then, that's just adding backspin to the ball and killing any like. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if Sean took that, I think it would have been a perfect pass. And yeah, you just try to take it while jumping, while high contact, right? It's like, oh man, you just at that point use your hands. You know what I mean? Keeping the ball alive. Okay, Caleb. Yep, really good play. That was a really good play. Yep, seams are always deadly, but yeah. Declan, you're there. Yeah, okay, you're there. You're there. You're there. You just need to press and turn. Specifically turning. You get up so high that like, holy fuck, you could just turn. It might be like you just off the hands. Like even if you don't press, off the hands into the back of the court. But pressing is always really good because you never know how hard some players might hit. Use that against them. Caleb, don't be afraid to ask for help, right? Yeah. But you need to make it clear if you're gonna get it. It's like from that point, from there, you had enough time to tell him, I got it. You can scream it out loud, right? You can let him know. He didn't know until the last second, and because of that, it's just like really scuffed. Sean, serve, receive. Let's see where you contact. I think you contact like you just whiff. So you just shift your arms. It goes out of your body. That's why, right? You see, it's drifting this way. And I think, yeah, it goes right here. Yeah, but you thought it was gonna go this way, huh? And because it changes last second, you just had to follow it through. But if you swing your arms, and it goes to the left. But that's fine. I think that's something you can improve. You can change. It's fine. It's just 1 point. Nice. Just giving away 3 points. Alright, that's my review of Game 2, Set 1 against SJSU. I don't remember anymore about what's there to improve on, but I said it all in the video. Alright, well, there it is.